So this is video footage of Dave Rubin. Now this is actually pretty shocking footage of Dave Rubin because it seems to be sort of maybe the first brick that has sort of fallen off of the wall where he actually admits and starts to break out of his character, which is really interesting, and that's what makes this moment so historic. And so what he's going to do here is he's actually going to admit that the reason why he hasn't moved to a state like Florida or Texas is because of surrogacy laws for same-sex marriage not being as good as they are in California. Now, if you don't know what's been going on with Dave Rubin, he's constantly shat on California. He recently purchased a $5 million mansion in California. So it's like that's like the equivalent of like a football player or a basketball player re-signing like a multi-year contract somewhere. You clearly made a decision. That's where you wanted to be. You made a really strong decision. You wanted to be there. But he's been bitching about California. He's been praising Texas, California. And credit to other conservatives who either actually live in those red states or they moved to red states, right? Now, I find it funny, Ben Shapiro moved to I think he moved to Nashville, but Nashville is a liberal city. But he moved to Tennessee, and, other people moved to Texas, and some of them already lived in Texas. So credit to those people. At least you're living by your words. This guy just, for some reason, he won't move there. He just shits on California all day, then he buys a very expensive property there, and his his conservative counterparts are asking him, why are you staying in California? Why don't you move to Florida or Texas? And he just keeps making up excuses like, if I can't stay here, then, I'm persecuted or something bizarre like that. So go ahead and check this video footage out.
And I will say one thing, I crap on California a lot for obvious reasons, the taxes, the regulation, the homelessness, the whole thing. California does have the best laws around surrogacy, especially for same-sex couples in the United States, significantly better than places like Texas and Florida. So when I bash on California all the time and I say all the great things about some of those red states, it's not like everything is absolutely perfect. And that partly is one of the reasons that we haven't bolted just yet. But anyway, I have no doubt that I'm going to get a ton of messages from you guys.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal right there, because it seems after all of the pressure that has been put on Dave Rubin, he's finally at least a little bit started to sort of unravel, to kind of revealing his true self. And when you see that, you see Dave Rubin, you watch him say that, and you can really see the true Dave Rubin under there, and it just more makes my opinion that he's a grifter even firmer, because what he just said seemed like he was being more genuine than anything else I've heard from him in recent memory, period, in the past 5 years. So I think that that's the reality of how he feels. Obviously, you guys know him being a gay man helped him a lot in his career. It's something that he's used as a token card, but he also has to live with the fact that the people that he constantly associates with are people who don't like gay people. And at best, there's different levels of homophobia. At best, they say, I don't like your lifestyle. I think it's a sin. I think you're going to burn in hell, but I have to respect your right to do so because it's politically expedient for me. That's not really somebody you would want to associate with if you're gay, right? So he's had to deal with that. And here he's admitting, yes, California is nicer to gays than Texas or Florida and these other red states. And that's the reason why I haven't moved. Because any other reasons he tried to give for why it is he kept staying in California, purchasing new homes. He purchased a $5 million home, a mansion in California, instead of moving to Texas, Florida, whatever. Everybody else has been moving except Dave Rubin. And to the point where conservatives are asking him, why are you staying there? What is wrong with you? And he can't give a good answer. And he has given an answer here that makes sense. And I think that's the true Dave Rubin. I think it's all about the moolah for this guy. But I wonder what else we're going to get. This is a historic moment for Dave Rubin, because this is the most honest and genuine I have seen Dave Rubin literally in years.